This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
Hey, Mark.
Hello, Janet. How are you? Hi, Paula.
Trying to get my.
Hey,
There you go.
yes, finally.
Yes.
Okay, here I am.
Yeah.
Phew.
There she is.
Hi,
Hey.
Paula. I saw Paula yesterday at Town Hall.
Yes, how's it going?
Still going.
Yeah.
That's good. You know, Mark, before everybody gets on here, could you, sorry, I'm not used to having myself on a camera here, so I move around a lot. Sorry,
That's okay.
I'll get used to it.
Never.
On the
Don't get used to it.
Don't get used to it. On the email that you sent this link on, there were the things with the field permits and policies.
Yes.
And I noticed at the end of that, and I don't know if that was an error or what, it was after the page that had the permit and usage fees per season, that the checks should come to me.
Oh,
Now,
I
I was concerned, I mean, that's okay with me, but somebody needs to show me what to do with them,
right,
or how to log them in or whatever.
right. Yeah, I got to look at that, to be honest with you.
Okay, no biggie.
Well,
I think maybe it was supposed to be with the part that had for the pavilion,
right,
because that has a part in it that said the checks to come to me. But they've always done that since I've been on the board. So
right.
I just wanted to check if that's a change that I missed.
No,
Like
it
I
might
wasn't here and somebody volunteered me.
be. Yeah.
We all know how that goes. Fair game when you're not here.
We
Yeah,
didn't
right.
tell you you're clerk and chair now, Paula.
Yeah, right.
Really.
No, we didn't change any of that, Paula. It might have been either out of order or when we put it together as a PDF, it might have. So I'll look at that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because yeah, you know, the checks for the pavilion should still come to you.
Right.
So, and typically the users I've been catching up with the SYA or whoever for getting those checks when they're all said and done.
I mean,
So,
and all you do is take the checks and bring them to the town and deposit them.
correct. Yeah, you got to make sure that they're in the correct account. That's some of the things that I've been going through a little bit. I finally got a listing of all our accounts, and I don't know what, some of them don't make sense to me for one, and I was going to have you, Paula, take a look at them to make sure that the amounts that we rented the pavilion for are accounted for on this, because I'm not sure, you know, how many times you rented the pavilion last year, and, you know, are they going to the correct accounts? For instance, the pickleball court, I don't know why we have 3 different accounts set up here. So
I think one was from the donation, was one account, right? The
Okay.
17,000 and, or what was it, a 17,000? I believe in one thing, and 90,000. I saw one too, and 90,000 in the other one.
right, correct, $90,020.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And then plus the 17, so that's 107 that we've paid out, I guess. Is there another? So, you know, Dan's not coming. Did you see his email?
Oh, no, shoot, I did not see that.
Yeah, he said he didn't realize he had to take his daughter to the violin for a violin
Okay.
lesson tonight. So I guess they balance their lives, and
Yes,
he did leave a list of, you know, answers to possible questions that might come up. So
okay, I just got in a little while
Yeah,
ago, and
I figured.
honestly, I haven't looked at my email.
Yep, no, that makes sense. It was not that long ago.
Okay, right, the three accounts I have, and I was gonna send these to you, Janet. Also, is we have the pickleball court account that's got $90,020 in it.
Mhm.
And then there's another account. It's the different number that has a bill to Noons. And for whatever reason, they put a park commission field use deposit in there of $3,242 into that account, and that's not, shouldn't be there. It should be in a different account. So, and then there's a third one with 17,000.
That was the donation. I know that's.
That's the
what we did.
donation
Yeah,
one.
from the fundraising.
Right, right. So, yeah. So I'm not sure what the other one is here that's got, I'm trying to get some clarification on that.
I'm gonna say Bradley's very good, the new accountant, that he's pretty responsive. He doesn't have the answer. He'll get it, so.
Sure, yeah,
If you need to send him an email,
yep,
he's very responsive.
right.
He may not have the answer. He may have to go find it, but he'll.
Sure, no, yeah, every time I've talked to him and asked questions, he's been great.
Yeah,
He's got a lot to learn and a lot to,
yeah.
it's a big job. It's
It
not
is.
something that's,
Sure.
So I guess 6:04, I guess Sonia's probably not gonna, I don't see anyone else coming in
Yeah,
here.
she had sent an email, said she wasn't gonna be able to make it. That was a few days ago.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's the three of us. So I guess call the meeting to order then, since we've been talking for the past few minutes. So between this 15 from the CPC monies, just to keep it going on this for a second. At town meeting, they allowed it $115,000
Right.
plus the fundraiser at 17. So that's $132,000.
Yeah, part of the chunk of that, went to Bill for the design.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And the contract with Noons is 124.
Okay.
So I just want to try to balance that out and see where we're at.
If you get the 124 plus Bill's, what, 9,000? I don't know how much he came down to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I forget.
So
I
that's
gotta go
close to
through that.
132, 133. So, and he may have added on more hours because he's the extension. I got the impression when he's at one of the meetings or in speaking to Ed, because I just asked him if we need more funds to let us know, because I think we still have some money in the account.
Okay. All right. So getting to our agenda, so Paula's here and Janet, myself. We got minutes of our I don't have November 10th meeting minutes. We do have the minutes from,
Did we approve January already?
no, we didn't.
When was the last time we met? In February?
Last time we met was February 9th. I'm sorry, February 9th.
So, have we approved those minutes then? No, not yet.
I guess so. Maybe I might have made a mistake on that, Janet.
I don't know
Should be.
for sure.
Should be. Let me look back at our other ones. So February 9th minutes. Okay.
Yeah, we should have the minutes for February 9th.
Yeah,
Right.
We must have,
We must have done it.
I mean, I sent them, but
No, I
we
think-
didn't, we haven't met. You guys didn't meet at all since then, right?
No,
yeah, those were
Okay.
my minutes, Paula. Those are the minutes that I did.
right.
in
Yeah,
February.
no, yeah, we did. We approved them.
So we're set with that.
So that one's approved. What we haven't approved is the minutes that Janet did for the February 9th
Yeah,
meeting.
Yep.
Which are right here in front of me, so.
do you have them, Paula?
I do.
Okay, good. I figured you would.
Yeah. So I've read through them. I don't see any issues, changes. I don't know about you, Paula, but,
No, I thought they were fine.
okay, so motion to approve
So move.
them.
I'll move to approve.
Perfect.
Okay, all in favor?
Jen-
Okay,
You know, I do not have a copy of November 10th minutes
no,
in the
that's
book. Does
correct.
anyone?
Yeah, that's my fault. I've got to
Oh,
get
that's
that
all
done.
right, but if you have them, maybe you could just email them to me
Yes.
so I can stick them in the book here.
Mm-hmm,
Okay,
yes. I listed the bills, Eversource bills, have a number of those, water bills that we had come in, so those are listed on our agenda.
good.
And then the old business, the new signs are here, and I believe paid. I haven't seen.
Whose conversation is that?
Is that Charlie? Paula?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Paul in the back,
I'm doing all
Charlie in
my
the background?
papers here. Yeah, that's Charlie. His brother's in the hospital. He fell yesterday and broke his hip.
Oh, no.
So he's talking to his wife right now, getting the lowdown.
Oh,
Boy.
okay.
I'm sorry it's loud.
Dan's note says I have the signs and accessories in my shed. So I think he's just waiting for installation from highway.
Correct. And I believe Ed paid for them. I didn't see a warrant for it, but I believe that he was going to take care of that in a couple of emails that I saw back and forth. So the weather's getting better, but see.
Yeah. It's gonna get cold again for a few.
Yeah,
nights.
right. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the teens again next week.
Yeah.
So what about Dan's notes on the park grant?
He said his comment was a statement of work for the park grant is ready. Paula can fill you in.
Okay,
Okay, well, we've been working on that and it's pretty much set to go. Now we're putting out the words to engineering firms to try to get some to send in a request that, yes, they want to be able to work with Southampton on this project or any other project. They're going to be like Ed's going to go through them and pick out 3 or 4 that he feels are the best and have the best recommendations, and they'll go on a preferred list so that whenever we need an engineer or any other organization in town, we've got people all lined up. We just have to pick from the list.
okay,
So we're working on that now.
good.
Do
Yeah.
we get it? Will you share the statement of work when it's set? Paula?
Yeah, I can do that. I don't have a copy of it, but as soon
Yeah.
as I get it, I will
Okay.
send that along.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Sure.
I did meet with the water commissioners to discuss the irrigation system at Labrie Field and the pickleball, the park grant and splash pad. And they are willing to work with us, but we definitely have some hurdles to get over relative to the cost of the water. I'm not sure how we're gonna be able to make that happen. You know, we did some rough, if we just limit the amount of hours that it's open, we're talking about almost 64,000 gallons of water. And that's based on opening it 2 days a week, Saturday and Sunday, for 10 weeks. So,
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot of water.
right,
And
that's
that's
a lot.
a shame to have a splash pad and only be able to use it on Saturdays and Sundays.
Well, yeah, right. If you had it open 7 days a week, I mean, you know, that's huge. And that's based on some of the information that you sent. Paula forwarded along. It's, you know,
Yeah.
typical is 16 gallons per minute. And they cycle for about 20 minutes. So we kind of rationalize that. But yeah, it uses an awful lot of water.
And the tricky thing is if it's only open on the weekends, that's when the pavilion is pretty
Right.
much occupied every weekend. So now you're looking at, okay, where are we going to be parking? If people who rented the pavilion are parking there. And
Yeah.
Are
when
we
we
still
get,
doing it at the Conant Park, or has that been decided location wise?
Well, yeah, I think it's got to go at Labrie Field, because the other component of this thing is you have to have handicap accessible bathrooms,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to have a shower. So,
wow.
yeah, under the state code.
Hmm.
So,
So you can get clean before you go in the water and get clean.
right.
Does
yeah,
that make sense? And the water is going into the ground. It's not like,
right,
mama,
yeah,
sometimes
right.
the
Can you
rules
put a
just
stand-up
kill it.
shower near right at the splash pad for people to
Yeah,
just walk
that
under?
might, yeah. that
Right, so
might-
what's the difference,
Yeah, right, right. So,
That makes no sense.
right.
Um,
There are some things that are gonna be, I think, an issue. The other issue is that you can't just discharge the water onto the ground. It has to go into a municipal sewer system, which we don't have, or a septic system. And to build a septic system that'll handle 64,000 gallons of water is massive. Even 6,400 on the weekend is a lot of flow of water. And then the septic system for Labrie Field, the way it was designed based on 100-car parking area, was over $100,000 just to install that. In the bid budgets that we had back in 2018 or whatever it was.
right,
Um,
wow.
So I don't know how it's all gonna work out, but you know, move forward, but
It seems like it would be a lot of work on the people in these different committees to put this all together, to have it be shut down at the end because we know we won't be able to afford the water.
right.
So I mean,
So,
almost like why bother doing this then?
Right.
Unless we change it and say, okay, we'll just do the walking path and
right,
I'll think of something else to put in there.
right. But the state is pushing for a splash pad, so.
Well, yeah, but
But,
state doesn't want to chip in for the bills though.
right, exactly.
I mean, I don't know if you can have a gift account where people that use it have the opportunity to contribute to a gift account to support it. I mean, certainly, there's enough young folks in town that even if they contributed a little bit, then might cover I don't know how much that much water is in dollar and cents.
Right. Yeah,
I don't know, so.
yeah, I don't know either. So that's something, I don't know when your next meeting is, Paula?
Yeah. I had it written here somewhere. Go ahead and keep going and I'll find it on my.
Okay, so
computer.
anyways, that's some of the, I did meet with them.
March.
The same applies to the irrigation system. They're willing to work with us. And would allow us to utilize the system as long as we're not in a drought condition. And that's
We're meeting April 5th.
April 5th?
Yeah,
Okay. By Zoom?
yes,
Okay, okay. What time?
5
5?
to 5:30 usually.
Okay, okay. All right, let's see what I can do to maybe log into it, because yeah, I don't know how, like Westfield or other communities, they have a municipal sewer system, so they can just connect it up and go.
Right.
Yeah,
I know, and
I was just wondering if Cindy has any idea of any communities without sewers that have them.
Right.
I don't know. I can ask her, but
right,
probably not for a day or so.
right,
Yeah,
that's fine.
But I
Right.
mean, you might wanna,
If you can't make that meeting, Mark, email me over those figures, the 64,000 and the time frame and stuff, and I will present it at the park
Okay.
ramp meeting.
All right, I'll send it out to everyone, so Dan will have it too.
Okay, perfect.
So I guess that's the park grant component of it. I think the accessible trail and so forth would be great to get that done. I think within the monies that we do have for that, it's probably would be enough to do it, but not both probably. All right, I will send this along.
Okay.
Let me just check. No one else has been waiting to log in here, so that's good. Finally, you were right, Janet. They got 2 accounts.
yeah, okay. So what
And
happened?
last time it was set up under Ed's. And I had no clue what Ed's was.
Yeah, been there, done that. That's why I said if you want me to help, I'd be happy to help, because I
Yeah,
think I probably have both logins because I've had to use them both and gone to the wrong one on
yeah,
occasion.
right. I got both of them now, so
Okay, good.
Judy sent me both, so. But anyways, yeah. Pickleball, we kind of talked about that, and hopefully within another month or so, we'll get warmer weather.
Can we chat on that for a second, Mark? Because
Certainly.
we talked
Yes, sir.
about, having a grand opening and
Yes.
recognizing
Oh, yes.
people. So I just want to talk a little bit about that and make sure everybody's in agreement, or if they have questions or concerns to let us know. So we're working on a banner to hang
Mhm.
up on the courts for the $1,000 and above contributors, and they'll have their logos on them, and the banner will be there. And then we're looking at like a metal sign that will be more affixed to the fencing to list all the people that, as we said in the letter, $500 and above
Yep.
would be recognized. So we're working on both of those things. And I just want to make sure there aren't any surprises to parks when they go, what is this thing doing hanging on the? So obviously we want to make it attractive, and the banner, and then we'll have a grand opening, and hopefully we, bring in some goodies from La Vera Cruzana for it, since they were a major contributor, and we want to continue to support them. As I said to Sunya, I've had more margaritas in the last year than probably my whole life.
What a way to go.
Yeah, right.
So those are the 2 signs. One would be, the banner will be up,
Yeah.
take down the winter, and this other sign will be kind of there all year long. So,
I think that's great.
okay, because there's a number of people that gave $1,000 or more, so it'll be a good size sign. But as soon as we're going to meet with Valley Marketing probably next week Ted Palmer and myself, and kind of lay things out and get an idea of if there's any concerns, length and height, let me know, because I mean, we can make it big enough to block the wind. No, wrap it around, no.
Right.
But
Well,
I just want to make sure everybody was comfortable with that.
Well, the fence is only what, 4 foot high, right? So, so it might be longer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess to make it official, we should take a vote to approve the banner, proposed banner, and the sign for the grand opening, and the donators.
I make a motion,
Okay,
like you said.
all right.
can I can second that?
Yes,
Okay.
all in favor?
I
Aye. No, I think it's great.
So the other thing is we'll be coming to you again for COA reserve time, hopefully.
Mhm.
We're kicking it off in May again for beginners pickleball, and then the more intermediate ones, we'll probably have 2 times again, so.
Good. Good.
Some people
Yes.
played all winter long. I played a couple times, but in Bay Road over
Good.
in Amherst or whatever.
Great.
And the grass will be, they'll reseed the grass and everything?
Yes.
So
Yes.
will they put something around it to try to prevent people from walking on it? I mean, I don't know if,
We had talked about having them do that, and we need to pursue that to make sure it gets done.
yeah,
'Cause that's the biggest thing, is to try to keep people off of it so it can grow.
yeah, okay, great.
We had that problem over at Labrie Field. Battling of trying, everyone wanted to be on it and use it. And we're trying to grow grass.
Yeah, and we can, we can walk around it as long as there's a path to the gate. We're,
Right.
well, I know the players will be very respectful,
Right,
so.
yeah. And and congratulations on hopefully the money for the senior center from Red.
Oh, that was
Parsons.
a really nice
Yeah,
gesture.
it's
Like
unbelievable.
an understatement. It was a nice gesture.
Mm,
wow, I'll
It
say.
was amazing. So,
yeah, yep. So, yes. Anyways,
thank you.
no updates on the Crossroads Park and Angel statue. That's just ongoing.
That'll be good to get a sign, because I saw on Facebook, somebody referred to it as the dog park.
Yes,
So
Oh,
can't wait for that sign to get up, right?
right. Yep. So that's what some of the highway guys refer to it too, because that's all they do over there sometimes, is pick up dog.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yikes. That's why they have bags there, so other people will be there.
Right, we got those
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah,
So the applications for use of the fields, we have one from SYAA that includes approximately they're still working on it. 120 kids. They're gonna have 18 teams.
18.
I'm sorry, 19 teams, and 180 kids. Last year, they had 120. This year, they're expecting 180 kids. So they're really starting to grow.
Wow, what is this for baseball?
For baseball, yes.
Wow,
Yes, this is for spring baseball. They have that application before us. I've got a preliminary listing of all the rosters of so we can figure out what is the fee for that. That I just got not too long ago from Carol Barkham. And it's for Conant Park and for Labrie Field. And running from about April 4th throughout the May and June for the spring baseball. So it's a big group. I thought Carol sent me another one for fall baseball too. Where did I put that one? I guess it was just spring right now. They're working on, the whole process here. So I'm going to be reviewing this and approving with your concurrence, allowing SYA to use the fields for spring baseball.
And how much do we charge them per person?
That is,
Is that considered priority use? Southampton-based youth sports?
yes,
Up to 8 years old, it's $8 per
Dollars.
participant.
right.
That one from 9 to 12, it's $15,
Thank you.
and 13 and over is $20.
I should read my documents, right? That's what you're telling me.
And then the field usage for games is $50.
Right. So we don't charge per game when they have a full roster. Looking at their roster, their ages start at about 5 to
Oh.
8 years old. They do have some older kids. So I got to go through. They go up to age 13. So there will be some at $8, and then the next category up
It's 15.
15. So I go through that.
Thank you.
But again, it's still preliminary because they're still getting kids that want to play. So
Is there a limit that we can handle?
no.
Okay.
I think the only time there's any kind of limit is when they don't have the coaches.
Here's
Yeah.
Carol. Here's Carol right now trying to log in. She just texted me. Sorry. Yeah. So, hi, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Hello, I am so sorry. I was so mixed up. I saw you at the bank yesterday and I said, oh, I'm going to see you twice today because I swear the meeting was yesterday at 6:30.
That's okay. And we're just chatting about your application. And
So I apologize for being late.
yeah,
Your timing was perfect, so.
Perfect.
right. And I keep forgetting to look up at my computer screen to see if somebody's in the waiting room to get in. So yes.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So we did get the application for spring from Carol. We were just talking about the age groups that I see are starting at about 5 years old to 13. Looking at this, Carol?
Yes. So this year, baseball blew up. Last year, we had about 120. This year, we're pushing 180.
Yep.
It's insane. And we're going to have to be really creative with location and practice schedules because I don't know where the heck we're going to put everybody.
Right.
So
Right.
as far as Labrie Field goes, I wanted to let you know my dilemma. My dilemma is that I have 2 intermediate teams that are going to practice twice a week. So if you don't have anybody for the month of April, I was looking to have 4 nights a week, but it kind of depends on what the coaches haven't given me their preference yet. And then for the month of May and June, I'm looking for 2 nights a week, but I can't give you a set schedule because the district will do the game schedule towards the beginning of April, and they're going to want to practice around the games. But I saw that you had a league that wants to play on Tuesdays. So is there anybody else that's interested, or can we just work around that Tuesday group?
So so far it's an adult league on Tuesday night.
Okay.
And they'll take any open Saturdays.
All right. We aren't interested in Saturdays at all. We're interested in weeknights.
Okay. Okay.
Because the field is too big for us, but it's okay. It's too big for games, but it's okay for practices.
Okay. Yeah, so they would like to, the adult baseball league would like to be on Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. and any open Saturdays. So
Okay.
Saturdays are not an issue,
Not at all.
okay? Is it possible to work with them as far as Tuesday? Because that,
Absolutely.
okay. All right, what I
Because
will,
before the season, before the games start, they practice twice a week, but once the games start, I think they only practice once a week. So I only need 2 nights, so they
okay,
can easily work around a Tuesday, I would hope.
and then the other group, the older kids and so forth, are not an issue for Tuesdays then?
Nope,
When
not
they-
at all.
No, okay. Okay, well, what I will do is I will forward you the email, and I forget the gentleman's name that reached out to us. So that you can maybe have a dialogue with them to make sure that, you know, you coordinate that, and I'll copy you and everyone on the email back to them.
Sure. Do you know, do they practice on Tuesdays or do they have games on Tuesdays?
I honestly don't know, but I would guess they probably play games.
The
whenever
main
they
reason, I was asking is because if they get rained out on Tuesday, are they going to be looking for a different day?
can. Don't know, yeah, so that's what, yeah, at last meeting, I had invited him to log into it. And I don't know if he was trying to like everyone else, so.
Yeah, I'm happy to work with them though.
Okay, great. Okay,
So while we're on that same kind of baseball situation here for the fall, I know in the previous fall, we discussed about the soccer fields that were on the baseball field that was closest to Marmon Keystone, and
Mhm.
that you know, we're going to change, that you guys were thinking about changing the policy to have them ask ahead of time.
Right.
And then I happened to be going by there one day, and I can't think of his name right now. Mark Annis was there and he was surveying the lines. So did you guys make the decision that you were happy with the way those lines were placed on the baseball field for the fall?
no, no, I haven't seen anything, so. On
Okay, I
that,
was just curious. I
right,
just thought it was weird that he was out there taking the time
Right.
to survey it.
I think he was trying to help out, and so they can produce a plan so that, you know, something's more accurate, and we can figure out who's gonna be where, and so that we potentially don't have the issues that we had last year. But I haven't seen anything yet
Okay.
on it. So, good. So I will send out an email to everyone, including, you know, Carol, and to the Adult League, saying that weekends are okay, or Saturdays, I'm sorry, Saturdays are okay. And Tuesday evenings are okay. I'll need a roster, and working with you, Carol, to, you know, see if there's any conflicts.
Sure. And do you know what his name is off the top of your head? I'm just curious if I know who it is.
Yeah.
So
Adam-
out of the 180 kids, are they all Southampton residents?
I'm going to say 95%. If they're not from Southampton, they go to school in the Hampshire Regional School District. So they could be from Williamsburg or Westhampton, but they either go to Westhampton Elementary. There's a couple that are from Williamsburg, but attend Hampshire Regional High School. I don't think we have any that don't attend school, because that's Little League rules. In order for them to play for us, they have to go to school in our district.
Okay, gotcha, thanks.
But even then, I bet you we're 95% Southampton.
Good.
I know, I can't believe it. I cannot believe the growth this year.
Yeah, right.
It's awesome, but it's stressful.
So I had it, Carol, and
That's okay. I can wait for the email.
yeah, right. I will find it, because it was a forward email from Jeff Swanson, because he emailed Jeff Swanson. But yes, I'll get it to you.
Sure, thank you.
Let's see if I could find it quickly. So the first application you sent me, Carol, I can just kind of just throw that one away because it's the newest one you sent.
Right, I basically took that one and I added a little red
Yep.
note that we were looking to use the refield as well.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I don't know what I do with it. I'll find it. Too much paperwork.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alrighty, perfect. And yeah, to my knowledge, just yourself and the adult league is requested to use the fields this year so far.
Great.
So, and that, any spring soccer going on or anything this year? They're not. I don't know who's doing soccer.
I don't know.
That's why.
I know there's a soccer team, but they're playing at Roots because they were
Okay.
trying to have me coordinate our players, our schedule around their Roots team. And I said, sorry, can't do it.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, good. Alrighty. Well, thank you for logging in. So, all set on that topic? Good. All right.
Good luck. Have a good season.
Yeah.
Here, Carol.
Thank you.
Carol, I'll let you know how much roughly we're talking about once you get the full roster. There's no sense in trying to work.
Didn't I send you a roster?
Yeah, you did. You think that's
Okay.
you think that's a full roster right now then?
I think I got rid of 3 and added 2, and it's going to be pretty darn close. If you want, I can give you a finalized one in a week or so.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, why
Okay.
don't you do a finalized one in a week or so and then
All right.
we'll deal from that, okay?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty darn close.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Continue discussions about the Labrie Field, field house and so forth. We still need to try to get some movement on that. Part of that is the irrigation system, which I spoke about earlier, a meeting with the water department, and they're willing to work with us on getting it installed. And again, trying to figure out how to pay for that water. In some of my investigations around, other communities don't charge, like Easthampton doesn't charge for the parks to use water. So that figure of, 164,000 gallons or whatever, 64,000 gallons of water, they don't get a fee for it. They don't charge for it. So, but unfortunately here it's different. So we need to address that. Master plan, open space and rec. Have you guys met Paula at all, or?
We did meet with the open space. I didn't go to the last one.
I think master plan met too.
Yeah, I don't do master plans. So I don't
That might be Dan.
know really much anything about them. But open space, I didn't get to the last one, so I really don't know where they are. I know they've been talking with a family for property on Pomeroy Meadow Road.
Yep.
And they're still in negotiating about whether that's going to happen or not. And pretty much everybody just kind of keeps their ears open and looking around for people that might like to donate their property to the town.
Mhm.
So, but other than that, that's really about all I know.
Okay. Alrighty. Good. The new playground equipment, Corner Park, that's the same. I haven't really moved anything on that relative to trying to request monies from CPC. So that's an ongoing topic too.
Our biggest obstacle is making accessible, right? People can't get
Correct.
to it. Kids can't, not all can get to it. So did we meet with Randall and discuss which one.
I've been trying to catch up with Randall and have not done that, but I do need to meet with Randall. Now that hopefully things will free up a little bit.
What is that part here where Bill Cannon has agreed to prepare plans for the, at no cost for the town? Plans of what, where to put a playground, or
Right.
was our plan to just get rid of all that old playground equipment and put the playground right there?
No, I think he was going to do,
plan.
right, correct. I think he was going to do some sketches of trying to utilize some of the play equipment that we do have that's acceptable. And then show on the plan, you know, what could be built in an area for a new facility or a new playground.
Okay.
At the last meeting, Paula, we talked about, you know, walking path A and walking path B, I guess, and
Right.
B would connect more to that, because right now it's not an accessible area, doesn't meet ADA compliance just to even get to the playground,
Playground. Yeah.
let alone the
Okay.
playground. So that's a bit
Right.
of a challenge for, I think, for us.
So, yeah, that's, you know, a huge kind of joint project. If we can get the ADA accessible path done through the park grant that we're going through, and then, you know, develop a new playground area, you know, kind of link two projects together.
So what we maybe could if we find out that the splash pad is just not going to be feasible, that we could go back to that park grant and see if they would allow us just to do a longer path and do phase 1 path and phase 2 path with the money we're getting from the park grant,
Right.
and not do a splash pad, use that money for the second path.
Mm-hmm.
And then do a fundraiser of sorts or another grant at some point to either do a splash pad or buy playground equipment.
Agree. Yeah, I agree.
At least playground equipment, you buy the stuff, you put it up, then you don't have to pay anything to use it. Just
Right.
get the kids out there.
Right.
And if we could get both pathways done, that would be awesome, because then no matter what we do with the property, it's all handicap accessible.
Agreed. Right. And I had asked Dan about that, trying to see, speak to the state coordinator and see if that's possible. And I honestly don't know, you know, what the answer is to that yet. But I know the first indication was, you know, they're really pushing for splash pads. So,
Supposed to be
Well-
also a cooling station for people,
Right.
you know, so
Right.
that's the.
But
correct.
But the way it would have to work is we'd only be able to use it as a cooling station on Saturdays and Sundays.
Right.
So those
Exactly.
aren't the hot
I
days.
hear you, I hear you.
Right. Correct. So,
Well, I'll talk to a couple of the people on that park grant committee are extremely knowledgeable about grants. And I'll
okay.
mention that and see if they think that would even be a feasible thing to ask them to consider.
Right.
I just hate to have us lose that grant because we can't do the splash pad.
Correct.
So at least if we can come up with an alternative to at least keep that money,
Mm-hmm.
it would be better than losing it altogether.
Agreed.
Yep.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
Good. Under new business or anything else under old business?
Yeah, under new business, I wanted to
Yeah.
talk about the
Correct.
Massachusetts COA Walk Massachusetts
Yes,
challenge. So can,
that was one of the items that I had right here.
okay, good. Can I share the document if you would give me permission?
Yes, I will.
It's an FAQ sheet just to kind of give everybody a sense, and I just want to help to get the word out because it's intended to be intergenerational, and
Mhm. So you should be able to share now.
I'm coming.
Okay.
So the registration for, again, it's sponsored by Massachusetts Council on Aging. It's tracking miles. There's an application online to register. It doesn't matter if you walk a full, at one time or spread it out or whatever, but there's registration. It's open for anybody 5 years and older who's eligible to participate. But if you're under the age of 60, at the time of registration, you will be asked to sponsor an older adult to walk with or for. So this could be a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, someone in your community. So someone that they would choose to partner with. And that's kind of the, where, again, that we're trying to work intergenerational and get people out doing healthy things. So I just wanted to make everybody aware of it. You register at www.walkmachallenge.com. Registration starts April 1st. That's from, I believe it's from, does it say? Yeah, it's from May 1st to October 31st is where you collect your miles. And then there would be some gift cards as prize. So this is all over Massachusetts. So 10 people would win a $50 Visa gift card, 25 would win an Amazon card, and 50 would win Dunkin' Donut gift cards. So it's just a fun little thing. And if we collect the most miles for our size, there's a first prize of $1,000, second prize 5 COAs of 500, and the third prize is $250 for 10 COAs. So I just wanted to take a minute and share that and see however we can. We'll be trying to promote it a bit.
Right.
Okay.
So is that going to be on a town's web page or?
Yeah, we'll get it up on a town web page once we get to April. I didn't want to post it too soon because then it gets lost and you can't even register yet. So
Sure.
you can't register till April 1st. So
Okay. Good.
Cool.
Yeah, no.
I have to find somebody under 60 to walk with me. That's all.
Can't help you there.
Yeah, right. Right. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, the other thing on the new business is Paula did a great job on preparing a summary for the annual report.
Thank you, Paula.
So I did send this along to Judy. And so she said, looks good, and she'll get back to us if there's any issues. I can also forward it to everyone else so that you can take a look at kind of the summary of what we did in the past years. But it was good that, Paula had the minutes, so going through the minutes and picking out the different items that we've been working on throughout the year for the annual report for 2021. So I just wanted to thank Paula for doing that.
Thanks, Paula.
You're all welcome.
Yeah.
And just one more thing, Mark, I forgot about the Walk Massachusetts. I did send it to Mickey Carmichael, so I think it'll be in Tiger Talk too, to try to help
Great.
him. So.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, right.
I have one thing, Mark, I'd like to
Sure.
bring up, and it's about the 2 open seats on our board.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be a way we could change that 5-year seats to 2-year seats? Because I don't think anyone is going to want to commit themselves for a 5-year term on anything. I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, right.
And I'm thinking if we could do 2 2-year or a 2-year and a 3-year, so they're not all leaving at the same time, like Janet mentioned, maybe we would have more of an opportunity to get somebody to join the park commission.
Yeah, I don't know how that,
Yeah, I don't know if
I'll
there's
get
a
to-
state statute or not that
Right.
requires it.
right, have to talk to Ed about that, and whether, yeah, that's something that's, governed by the state or it's under the local, select board or our
Bylaws.
town bylaws.
And send them an email and ask.
Sure.
All
Sure.
right.
No, I agree. I mean, it's not unique to the park commission. It's every board and commission in Southampton. I mean, it's really tough to get anyone to volunteer and, to commit 5 years.
5 years, that, especially if you're new to the board, you have you know, you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. So at least you can get your feet wet with a couple of years, and if you're enjoying it, then you can continue on.
Correct. I agree.
I'll send him an email and ask him, and then maybe he'll have an idea of how we could do something about that.
Sure.
And I
Okay.
know the caucus, I believe, is April 5th. So if people aren't collecting signatures but have an interest in being nominated, they can do that at the town caucus.
Caucus.
Okay. April 5th. That was
Yeah, 'cause I think the signatures are due the 29th or 30th, so next week sometime.
oh,
So, but you can be nominated at the caucus and just have the majority of votes at the town caucus. So,
Right.
okay.
Right.
That's a whole lot easier than trying to get 30 signatures.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is a pain in the neck. when it's-
It is.
Oh,
Especially when nobody else is running. It's like, come on, I'll do it. Just
Yeah, right,
let me
yeah.
do it without having to get signatures.
Right.
or
Sure.
wait 30 days after the election and get appointed for the rest of the year. So
Well, that's what we did.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's been known
Yeah.
to be done.
yeah, right.
I did it 3 years with finance.
Yep.
Yeah,
But they had 1 year terms that people didn't fulfill, so I signed
Right.
up for 3 1-year terms, so at that point.
wow.
Right.
Okay, that's all I had.
Okay, the other thing that I got an email from Ed about was whether we were going to make a request to the capital improvement
Oh,
for repairs to the tennis courts.
well,
We got that estimate from Noons to repair the tennis courts, approximately $30,000 under capital improvements. I think that's a great idea to request it. So Ed is going to pursue that, and we'll see how
Nice.
that flies out of trying to,
he's gonna submit it? I know,
yes,
because I'm also on capital improvement.
right,
So,
Oh, my.
I know
right.
our meeting is the 31st, our next meeting is the 31st, so
Okay, yeah, no, so he's gonna put together
it's a good
an
idea.
application on our behalf. I think it needs to get done. It's the courts are only gonna get worse.
Yep.
To the point where, somebody's gonna get, hurt, or it's just not,
What was the quote for that, Mark? Do you?
30,000.
Okay.
So,
Unless
not-
there's ARPA funds to do that. I'm gonna say there's a lot of requests that have already been submitted, so
yeah, no, it's,
it'll be,
I know there's not a lot of money there to be had, but
Yep.
it's something, but
Yep.
yes. So that was the other thing that Ed just sent me on the 24th.
okay,
Good idea.
good idea.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, I don't have anything else. So looking at our schedule for next month, I am going to be away for 3 weeks. And
Wow.
Good for
Right.
you.
yeah, for the first time, I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna be out of the town.
Nice.
So I'm not available towards the end of April. Won't be back until the beginning of May. So
So are you leaving the week of the 11th, Mark, or?
yeah, I'm leaving on the 13th to be the exact day I'm leaving. So
Wow.
so I know it's a little soon to do it. I mean, I could meet on the 11th or 12th.
It's okay with me.
So I don't know if Mondays or Tuesdays are okay with the three of us, because it sounds like pretty much between Dan's schedule and, everyone's schedule, and I know Tuesday nights are tough.
So I know this, yes, select board is on Tuesday, but I'm just, I may have to attend that for appointments to the new feasibility
Right,
committee for the senior center, which is another thing I just was appointed to, so.
yeah.
The
So the 11th?
11th looks like a possibility. I don't see, I'm looking at the calendar, on my town government. I don't see anything there
Okay,
yet.
okay.
May
And
11th?
the 11th, okay.
Okay.
And then I think our May meeting, I would like to try to get back to in person to have it at the pavilion.
Sure.
We always try to do a walkthrough of the Conant Park and Labrie Field and see how things are looking. So I would propose that in May that we, do that. So,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, 6 o'clock at Conant Park.
no,
No.
no, on the,
I'm sorry.
you want it on April 11th. I was thinking May meeting. Do you think we could do it in person and on the 11th? Or should we do another Zoom?
For April 11th, I'm a month ahead of 2 months
Yeah,
ahead.
April
here.
11th.
Yeah, April 11th.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
that's
certainly a lot of committees are starting to meet in person now. So I'm fine either way. If it's easier to get Dan there on Zoom, then
Yeah, right. Why don't we do a Zoom meeting on the 11th, April 11th? How's that?
fine. Okay,
And then the May meeting, whatever that's going to be, let's try to do in person at the park.
Paula and I were just talking about that, right, Paula?
yes, we were
All right.
anxious to get away from Zoom meetings and
Yeah,
get out in the fresh air.
right. Okay,
All right, so April 11th, 6 on Zoom. Got it.
correct. Correct.
Good.
All right.
Come. All set?
Oh,
Well, good night, everyone.
I'm
Thank
Been
you.
a pleasure.
Make a motion to adjourn if we have to do that.
yes, make
Yep,
it.
we do that.
I'll make a
Okay.
motion to adjourn.
Good going. Second that.
All right. Good night, all.
Good
Good night.
night.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Good luck. Well, we'll see you before your trip. Sounds great.
Yes, I'll
Take
see you
care.
before then too. Take
All
care,
right.
everybody.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.